This is Defunctland. And Defunctland, the history of the Nickelodeon Hotel. Defunctland packs its bags and checks into Orlando, Florida's forgotten resort, the Nickelodeon Hotel, or the Nickelodeon Family Suites by Holiday Inn, or just the NickHotel. It had a lot of names. I don't really go, I don't know of the resorts, but they're always in Florida, aren't they? But anyway, this is Defunctland, the history of Nickelodeon Hotel.
In 1999, the children's network Nickelodeon was changed forever with the premiere of a new cartoon series named SpongeBob SquarePants.
Is this in HD? It is. Premium bitrate. Guys, I got YouTube Premium.
Nickelodeon had developed many popular TV shows in its 20-year existence, but it had never had a hit like SpongeBob. The show debuted to high ratings, with an audience comparable to Nickelodeon's biggest series at the time, Rugrats.
At the time? Wow. Rugrats was pretty old even at that point.
But SpongeBob found massive success in an area that other Nickelodeon shows hadn't: merchandising. The company had purposefully shied away from extending the brand too far from the network itself. While Nickelodeon had turned some of its properties into toys, feature films, and video games, they feared that too much merchandising would contradict the brand's goal of appealing to young audiences.
You know, something that surprises me is just how popular SpongeBob is in Japan. You see more SpongeBob merch than you think you would, kind of just walking around.
Nickelodeon was supposed to appear as a network run by kids, for kids, and the executives believed that children could tell when they were being advertised to, thus interfering with the channel's primary objective.
Can you imagine having morals?
On top of this, a general distaste for the Walt Disney Company and its practices had solidified Nickelodeon's motivation to limit size and avoid feeling corporate. All of this...
Damn it. I feel like a company can't exist like this anymore.
...was thrown out the window after
I feel like you're someone who goes into the industry looking to be like this, you will get the light kicked out of their eyes.
SpongeBob premiered. The potential profit from merchandising the show's characters and setting was too large to ignore, and the title character would turn into Nickelodeon's unofficial mascot, its own Mickey Mouse, within just a few years. It appeared as though Nickelodeon was cashing in, but they were still concerned with expanding outside of their comfort zone and tarnishing their brand. In lieu of building its own stores like Disney, a type of project that was deemed too risky, Nickelodeon instead licensed its properties to anyone that wanted them. If you could slap a SpongeBob sticker on it, then Nickelodeon would sign a document that legally allowed you to slap a SpongeBob sticker on it.
What? Why? This does not maximize your profit margin, which is all that matters.
And since they were already beginning to look like their main competitor, why not act like them too? And what's more...
Okay, so they threw this out a long time ago.
More Disney than rushing into a huge, difficult project fueled by temporary success. Welcome to the NickHotel. Going up?
Oh yeah, they also had the Fairly Odd Parents. Let me... They have Avatar: The Last Airbender? I don't feel like they own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see. I guess SpongeBob brought it into the forefront. Let's go, Kevin. Thanks for making this. That was somehow nostalgic. Nickelodeon.
On October 9th, 2003, Nickelodeon announced that they had formed a partnership with the hotel chain Holiday Inn for the purpose of transforming its Orlando resort, the Holiday Inn Family Suites Resort, into the first ever Nickelodeon Hotel. The property was less than 5 years old, having just opened in the summer of 1999. The resort was Holiday Inn's first all-suite hotel, featuring 800 suites, 2 pools, water playgrounds, a restaurant, and a food court. The hotel was located just east of the Walt Disney World Resort, and transportation was provided to all 4 Disney parks. Nickelodeon had originally considered constructing a new resort themselves, but decided against this due to their constant fear of failure.
So this was another example of just slapping Nickelodeon their brands, their IPs on anything. They basically just slapped SpongeBob on a Holiday Inn.
Orlando was of course the perfect location for the resort's pilot test. It had a huge tourist population of families and young children, and the company had 2 attractions at Universal Studios Florida, Nickelodeon Studios and the newly opened Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast.
God, that looks... I forgot how horrifying Jimmy Neutron, the animation, looked. Look how bad that 3D looks.
The Holiday Inn was located closer to Walt Disney World than it was to Universal Studios, but Nickelodeon would take what they could get. During the announcement, Nickelodeon revealed that they had plans to build 4 more resorts throughout the country. The transformation of the Holiday Inn Family Suites Resort was to be completed in early 2005, and the renovation would cost an estimated $20 million. Nickelodeon began advertising the resort leading up to its release, and parents began to book their stays at the new hotel.
Did you hear? Nickelodeon has built a hotel just for you. Opening this Memorial Day, the brand new Nickelodeon Family Suites by Holiday Inn.
This feels so familiar. I might have seen this
Orlando, Florida.
as a
You
kid.
get your own bedroom.
Sweet!
2 humongous pools with slides and flumes.
I do
A giant
remember this.
arcade, character breakfasts, and live
God.
Nick entertainment. Parents can book reservations by logging on to www.nickhotel.com.
Yeah, parents, your parents. Go talk to your parents. Go get a reservation at NickHotel.com from your parents.
Or call 1-866-GO-TO-NICK.
I never went to my parents and said, I want to go to the Nickelodeon Hotel. Oh my God.
On March 9, 2005, the Nickelodeon Family Suites Holiday Inn, commonly referred to as the NickHotel, opened its doors. Guests would walk up to the bright orange resort, with characters peeking through the window of the main entrance.
Oh,
This
this
led
looks
to the
cute.
lobby and check-in desk. There were
Hey.
4 room layouts that guests could choose from. The first was a 1-bedroom suite designed for 1 to 2 people. This included a king-sized bed, full kitchen, and a
Wow.
dishwasher. The second was a 2-bedroom kid suite. This included a private parents' room, a living area, a bathroom, and a themed kids' room. The kids' room would either feature a bunk bed or 2 twin beds, and the rooms were
Aw.
themed to different Nickelodeon properties, such as
Aw.
SpongeBob, The Fairly OddParents, Jimmy Neutron, Dora the Explorer, Rugrats, Danny Phantom, and more.
Oh yeah, Danny Phantom.
Guests could request a specific character room and would be assigned to it if available. The kids' rooms also featured a television, and some came with a PlayStation 2.
Oh, that's kind of sick as hell.
Guests could rent games from the hotel for $5 or bring their own. There was also a CD player and an activity table in most of the suites.
I'm sorry, was there any expectation? Like, there was stuff outside of this hotel, right? You weren't just going to be in a themed hotel, right? Like, I've never been... I don't know what this is.
Unlike the parents' room, there was no door separating the kids' room from the living area. This was due to a county law restricting doors on kid suites for safety reasons. The parents' room
Oh.
was unthemed and featured 2 side tables, a closet, a 25-inch TV, and a makeup desk. The main living area
The thick tube TVs.
featured a pull-out couch, a rocking chair, a dining table, and a 25-inch TV. The third suite layout was a 3-bedroom kid suite.
Wow, look
This
at this.
came with 2 private parent rooms, both with king-sized beds, a themed kids' room with a bunk bed and pull-out cot, a full kitchen, a full dining room, and 2 bathrooms.
Jesus God, what are you doing in here that you need all this?
The fourth and final layout was NickHotel's honeymoon suite, called the Nick
honeymoon suite.
Night Suite.
Oh, yeah.
This included a heart-shaped whirlpool, mood lighting, scented bath lotion,
No.
an extra-large shower,
Shower for 2, baby.
Hey babe, I know 10th anniversary is coming up. Why don't we take it to the Nick Suites? The Nick at night. Who is getting freaky at the Nickelodeon Hotel? It's a good
and only
question.
1 private bedroom.
Leave those kids at home.
For some reason, these rooms didn't last very long, and it seems that they were discontinued within a few years of the hotel's opening.
Yeah. For some unknown reason.
All suites had the
I know
option
what
of a
I'm
wake-up
looking.
call from a Nickelodeon character, and simple room service was available.
Oh.
The suites opened from the outside, resulting in the kids' suites having no windows. 14 6-story buildings housed the suites. The main structure comprised of 9 buildings, enclosing the lagoon pool, and the other 5 buildings enclosed the Oasis pool. The main area also featured the lobby, the fitness center, and Studio B, which was
Okay, so this is the layout. It isn't just a hotel. There's other stuff. There's a big building with an arcade.
It's
Okay.
cool.
That's actually, guys, I want to go.
The main area also
it
featured
open
the
still?
lobby, the
I guess
fitness
not.
center, and Studio
point.
B, which was a space for special events such as conferences, birthday parties, and starting in 2009 for inexplicable reasons, weddings.
What the hell?
Lagoon Pool featured a basketball court, mini golf, a pool and a kiddie area, the Lagoon Bar and Grill poolside restaurant, and a large water park. The main
Hey baby, you wanna get slimed at the Nickelodeon Hotel, haha.
Slimed. Thank you for the bits. I think, guys, I don't know. He's a 10, but he wants the wedding to be at the Nickelodeon Hotel. Or she. An 11? Oh, Viper's into it. Married instantly. There's like 1,000 other places you could go. That would be way more funny. She's a 20. I forgot XJ9. My life as a teenage robot. That was such a good show.
attraction for children staying at the resort. The water park featured large cutouts of Nickelodeon characters, multiple water slides, water features, and a large water bucket at the top of the structure. This would periodically fill up, tip over, and douse guests with water. And at certain times of the day, the water would be colored green to simulate slime. This
Oh my gosh, that's so... Ew.
was treated as a special event, with hotel employees gathering everyone and getting them excited for the mass sliming. The Oasis pool area featured another poolside bar, a kiddie area, a spa, and a less elaborate water park. This was supposed to be the
Wow.
more relaxing area than the often crowded lagoon pool. In between the two hotel structures would be a
I feel like this should have been really popular considering all of the IPs.
building referred to as the mall. The mall featured an
They had a
arcade,
Starbucks.
a kids spa, and a gift shop, which sold both Nickelodeon and Universal Studios merchandise. There was a
Wow.
4D theater, which had a 3D screen,
Jesus.
moving seats, bubbles, and water effects. This would show a Spongebob 4D film, as well as 15-minute highlight reels from recent movies, such as the Ice Age franchise, and later, Pacific Rim. There was also a theater named Studio Nick for game shows and live character shows. When the
Ah.
hotel opened, Studio Nick had two game shows, Who Knows Best and Nick Live. Who Knows Best was a game show that tested how well families knew each other, while Nick Live was a show in which families would compete against other families in physical challenges and trivia.
She's very pleased with herself. Look how far. This is cursed. I agree. I don't like this. I don't like how she's looking at me. I don't like it.
With the winner getting slimed.
It's no dinosaur love hotel, but it's a close second.
There's a dinosaur love hotel.
A smaller scale version of the show called Nick Live Poolside would be performed by the Lagoon Pool, with a small dunk tank dedicated to the show. The NickHotel also had a wide array of dining options. The mall had its own food court, with restaurants rotating in and out from time to time. Restaurants included A&W, Pizza Hut Express, Antonio's Pizzeria, and Starbucks. There was a
I
buffet
saw
open
the
for breakfast
Starbucks.
and lunch.
My white woman eyes zoned in on Starbucks in the overview.
In a
The top-down schematic. I saw it.
adult bar named the Nick at Night Lounge, and the hotel's signature restaurant, the Nicktoons Cafe. This reservation-only
Dang.
character dining restaurant served a breakfast and dinner buffet. The main appeal of the Nicktoons Cafe was, of course, the character meet and greets.
Aww.
And now, a brief tangent on Nickelodeon character costumes.
The
Were
Nick
they
Hotel
bad?
allowed guests to meet many of their favorite Nickelodeon characters. There were meet and greets set up throughout the hotel, Studio Nick character shows such as
Cute.
SpongeBob Alive, and dance parties in the pool area. The art of turning a two-dimensional cartoon into a three-dimensional walk-around costume is underappreciated. If done correctly, it can bring a beloved character to life. If done incorrectly, it is creepy. Today, Disney's walk-around characters rarely come off as unsettling. This is because of the talented actors that portray them, the brilliant artists that design them, and years of trial and error.
Dear God.
Nickelodeon did not have the benefit of the latter. All of the
They don't look creepy to me.
Nick Hotel character costumes seem to be designed in such a way that the characters appear as though they are always smiling for a picture. However, this only works if they are staring directly at the camera, which they almost never are. On the other hand, Disney's
Do they look creepy to you guys?
costumes are designed to be multi-purposed. For instance, when Mickey is smiling for a picture, he will tilt his head up slightly. By design, he appears to be smiling more from this angle. When he tilts his head back down, he is still smiling, but it is more neutral, as opposed to relentless and terrifying. Also, most Disney costumes are designed for some amount of neck movement. This gives the characters more life, as they don't appear as walking sculptures. Many of Nickelodeon's costumes featured heads that were too large to move. This resulted in a surplus of premium-grade nightmare fuel.
And the child under the desk. I don't think these look too creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not buying it. I guess they scared children though. But I was afraid of Santa when I was 4 years old.
Made worse if the children actually did have a nightmare. They would turn on their bed light to reveal the character staring at them while they sleep. In short,
Dear.
every character at the NickHotel looked like they were on drugs at all times.
Okay, so they scared the kids.
Characters appearing at the resort included Spongebob, Squidward, Sandy, Patrick, Mr. Krabs,
Mr. Krabs is the scariest one.
Dora, Boots, Diego, Blue, Danny Phantom, Aang,
Danny Phantom,
Cosmo,
Aang.
Wanda, Jimmy Neutron,
Oh my god! Oh! 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 I take it all back! This is awful! No! No, God! No! And there was no way they could Jimmy! There was no way to make this look good. The eyebrows being asymmetrical is so weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh,
Angelica,
Angelica also doesn't look very good. But oh God, you saved that Jimmy Neutron costume because you knew it was going to sell your point. You knew everyone was going to be like, these don't look that bad. And then, oh my God, you sold us. I am here to let you know that following me on YouTube is free and actually subscribing. And I want to hit 200,000 subscribers. So smash that like button and subscribe button. I've been told that this works. Please do it.
the Power Rangers,
They all look normal.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Those look awesome.
Millie and Geo of Team Umizoomi, Ming
Never heard of it.
Ming Duck Ling, Fanboy and Chum Chum,
Huh?
Chase and Marshall, the Paw Patrol dogs.
Oh my gosh. These things, I never had heard of the Paw Patrol until like more recently. They're kind of everywhere. I get Paw Patrol ads on the internet being an adult.
Pablo, the
Pablo!
Bubble Guppies, and Little Bill. The costume designs
Okay.
improved over time, but they were still not optimal for character shows.
But Squidward, today is the day that we honor the greatest sandwich in the 7 seas, the Krabby Patty.
Oh yeah. He is a square. So that's a hard one.
Behind the mall, there was a man-made lake. While it was not accessible to guests, various statues of Nickelodeon characters were placed on it. The hotel also had Christmas
Cute.
festivities named the Let It Snow celebration.
This seems like they did a lot of stuff.
The resort was decorated in bright Christmas lights, and it offered hot chocolate and s'mores around fire pits. Many of the walk-around characters were dressed in seasonal costumes, and there was a special Studio Nick character show called
The hotel staff looked really
The
miserable.
Walk-Around characters were dressed in
Look at this guy. He doesn't want to be here.
seasonal costumes. And
The other girl liked it.
there was a special
dancing.
Studio Nick character
Oh, this is a different SpongeBob
show called Celebrate
where he's got real arms, but he's so horrifying. The long legs, dude.
Nickmas. So, how much did it cost? The renovation to create the resort ended up costing around $25 million, and a
Jesus.
total of 777 suites were available to book.
That seems low. Like a low amount of money to suite cost?
Prices fluctuated throughout the year. A 2-bedroom kid suite cost between $135 and $275 a night.
$20 million nowadays, like if you took the $20 million from back then and turned it into today's money, it'd probably be like $100 billion.
While a 3-bedroom kid suite cost between $300 and $600 a night. The buffet was around $10 for adults, $8 for kids, and free for anyone under 12. The Nicktoons Cafe
So you have to pay for the food as well as paying for your hotel?
character dining cost $17 for an adult and $10 for kids. An all-access wristband in later years would allow guests access to the 4D experience and other activities in the mall area. This cost around $20. So if you did the math, a family of 4 spending 2 nights and a full day at the hotel would cost over $750 during peak season. While this was expensive, the NickHotel operated as a resort, with enough activities and attractions to keep guests on property during their stay.
All right. That is kind of a lot of money, but it's expensive to do anything with kids. Like, it's just expensive.
This was different than Disney, as more often than not, Walt Disney World Resort hotel guests will be purchasing tickets to one or more of the property's theme parks. On April 30th, 2005, just over a month after the NickHotel opened its doors, Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios Florida closed. A time capsule had been buried outside of the studio in 1992. Kids voted on what they wanted to be placed in the capsule, and items such as a Back to the Future VHS, an MC Hammer CD, and a Nintendo Game Boy were buried. The capsule was to remain for 50 years, to be opened in 2042. After Nickelodeon Studios closed, the time capsule was moved to the NickHotel,
Oh my gosh, open 2042.
where it was reburied and displayed for guests. The Nickelodeon Hotel continued to operate normally for over a decade, adding new entertainment options and shows periodically. In May of 2012, Double Dare Live, a new game show at Studio Nick based off of the hit TV show, debuted. In 2014, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Summer of the Shell began. Some rooms were rethemed to the heroes, and a laser maze based off of the TV show was added to the mall.
So it seems like this was kind of going for a long time. Like, this wasn't a failure. This was like a smash success that kept going for many years.
2015, the NickHotel celebrated its 10th anniversary, but just a month after the celebration ended, the NickHotel would receive some devastating news. On January 29, 2016, Nickelodeon announced that the Nickelodeon Family Suites would be rebranded back into a Holiday Inn. The news, while sad for many, was not necessarily shocking. There were a
Okay.
few signs that the NickHotel might not be around for much longer. For one, Nickelodeon had a severely reduced presence at Universal Studios Florida, since Nickelodeon Studios had closed in 2005 and Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast had closed in 2011. While walk-around
Yeah.
characters
Yeah, that Jimmy Neutron is interesting because, you have to be a certain age to have ever heard of it and like watched it. Like, that is an IP that made no progress into the future. It just completely phased out.
still appeared
So it was an interesting one to have, like, at the
at the
park.
park. There was no attraction dedicated to Nickelodeon. This made marketing the resort and the park together slightly more difficult. And more than anything, it was an indication that an era of Nickelodeon was over. By 2016, the original branding was dated, as all of the shows, except Spongebob and the Fairly Odd Parents, had ended. Another
Yeah.
issue was that the concept for the resort was flawed from the beginning. The NickHotel operated like an all-inclusive resort, similar to those found in tropical destinations. The problem was that the NickHotel was in the middle of Orlando. This made guests feel claustrophobic, as the resort was not sitting next to an ocean. They also wanted to go experience Orlando's many attractions. But for the price of the NickHotel, guests needed to stay on property to get their money's worth.
Ah.
However, these were all minor issues. The biggest reason for the debranding was Nickelodeon's new partnership with Charisma Hotels. This was created to build Nickelodeon resorts throughout the world. The company had never gone through with the plans for expansion with Holiday Inn, most likely due to the NickHotel not being a massive success. The resort was
So it wasn't a success.
popular, but it was clear that the Holiday Inn concept wouldn't work outside of Orlando. The first Nickelodeon resort with Charisma Hotels would open in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic later in 2016.
So they closed this one to make different ones.
The new resort would have many attractions similar to the NickHotel, but it had a
I was expecting there to be like Nickelodeon's failed hotels thing that was so fucked up and didn't work ever. And what a fucking idiot did to have designed this.
more elegant and subtle design and was located on a beach. The Punta Cana resort was met with glowing reviews, and another resort is set to open in Riviera Maya, Mexico in 2019. Since
It said to open.
Nickelodeon was focusing on a more luxurious resort brand, they
What is
decided
this
to end their licensing contract with Holiday Inn. There was also one more reason for the closure. The
Luxurious?
hotel was not in great shape.
The Nickelodeon Hotel, 10 years later.
Oh.
These images may be disturbing.
Oh my goodness. Oh! SpongeBob, what did you do? What is that? Oh! Ew, ew. Oh dear. password check failed. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, that is child shit. Ew! Okay. Oh, are those bugs? Oh, it's rusting. You know what will take that off? A little bit of vinegar and aluminum foil. You just rub that on, it will chemically get rid of that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically they used the Nickelodeon Hotel until it fell apart. And none, like, all of the IPs were gone, and the Nickelodeon Hotel was degrading. Ew! Eek! Oh my god, it's alive! It's a bedbug! Ew!
By 2016, the NickHotel desperately needed a renovation. This meant either updating all of the Nickelodeon characters and properties, or removing them completely. The timing just happened to be perfect to end the contract. The resort was to receive a $30 million renovation along with the debranding. It was set to reopen on April 17, 2016. However, construction delays pushed the project back nearly 2 months. Having been announced in January that it was to close, this put the NickHotel in a state of limbo for 5 months, and the hotel stayed open for most of the transformation. During this time,
it's not Nickelodeon, guys. It's not the Nickelodeon suite. I know it says Nickelodeon, and it's been saying Nickelodeon forever. It's not.
Certain activities were discontinued, buildings were being repainted, and logos were being removed. The time capsule was once again dug up and moved to the Nickelodeon studios in Burbank. Less people.
Oh my god! Wait, when was that packaged?
Moved. The time
1992. 50 years is really ambitious.
Capsule was once again dug up and moved to the Nickelodeon studios in Burbank. Less people were staying at the hotel during this time, and the resort felt abandoned. Many of the themed kid suites remained,
Oh my
despite
god, the Crimson Chin!
the rest of the hotel being given a blue paint job and replacing all Nickelodeon logos with Holiday Inn. Many of the TVs and appliances had not been replaced since the hotel opened. The mall area was
Wow.
almost completely silent, with many of the attractions and restaurants being renovated or removed. Finally, on June 1st, 2016, the resort reopened as the Holiday Inn Orlando Suites. The hotel still hosts family game shows, the food court reopened with some new restaurants, the water bucket is now dyed dark blue at certain times, the 4D theater now shows some generic movie, the laser maze is now themed to Batman, and the gift shop now sells both Nickelodeon and Disney merchandise. The
Wow.
prices have also dropped significantly, now
Wow.
typically below $100 a night for a room with a kid suite.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! I want to go here!
The NickHotel was an interesting
Oh, but
experience.
this is pre-COVID. Pre-COVID. It's gonna be $150 a night now. Oh wait, okay, what is it called? It's the Holiday Inn Suites Water Park. Here, this is check availability. Oh, hey, it's not that bad. It's 125 now. I thought it would be much worse.
The resort read both Nickelodeon and Disney merchandise without work. Attendance at NickHotel was an interesting experiment to say the least, because it didn't not work. Attendance was consistent, it wasn't completely neglected by either company, and it avoided what would have probably been a disastrous expansion. At the same time, it wasn't perfect. The design was cheesy, the activities were immature, and there was little to nothing for parents. Plus, Holiday Inn,
This isn't something the parents, it's 2-day week is a weekend.
known more for having economical prices rather than luxurious facilities, was probably not the best choice for the partnership. Nickelodeon
Yeah.
made the right decision in partnering with Charisma Hotels, and it is possible that many new Nickelodeon resorts will open in the future. While these new resorts best the Nickelodeon family suites in almost every category, it is still disappointing to see such an elaborate entertainment experience disappear. Seeing the debranded hotel, a skeleton of what it once was, is devastating to those that stayed there and the many more that wanted to. While it might
You can't sell me on like a negative end.
be gone,
It was a mildly successful hotel.
the NickHotel leaves behind a decade of memories of Nickelodeon fans having the best day ever.
Like if it went out of business because nobody was showing up, that'd be different, but it like basically was a mess. It did fine and fizzled out. All the attractions, it just had like 2 IPs left that were airing. I'm surprised it went so long. Oh my gosh. What do we do when we like a video? We give it a like, we give it a subscribe. That was good. This is a good channel. Ooh. These are really long. Action Park. Oh, of course it's in New Jersey. I need a pee, but I like this. Maybe we can watch more another time.